Hello children, yes, I am your Sangmesh sir. You have successfully completed your 8th standard. Now we are going to move your next standard, that is 9th class. In the 9th class, in the science subject, in the first chapter we are going to study the motion. It is one of the important chapter for your examination purpose also and also for your future studies. So you have to more concentrate on this chapter, motion. You have already studied some of the concepts of the motion in 8th standard also. Try to remember some of the points from that class. So what is the motion? When you are coming from this class, when you are coming from the home to the class, or when you are coming from any buses to the school, that what is represents? That is the represents of your motion, represents of the motion of the bus. Another one example is we have 365 days per year. What it represents? What is the 365 days? Because the earth takes 365 days of time to cover one round around the sun. That is the motion of the earth. Then what is motion? What is motion here? Motion is nothing but, the definition of motion is the change in the position of the object. Change in the position of the object is known as motion. For example, imagine that you are having any object. I think you are having a football in your feet. So you are going to kick the ball. What happens? It changes its position to another position due to the applied force. So what it here, the motion of the ball, what it is, it changes the place. Before kicking the ball will be under your feet. When you are going to kick the ball, it changes its positions to certain distance. So the change in the position of the ball is nothing but the motion. Have you got understood? So any object changes its position, or a change in the position of the object is known as motion. So next we are going to study about a distance. What is a distance? When you are going to kick the ball, it changes its positions to some point. Before kicking the ball will be under your feet. When you are going to kick the ball, it covers some distance, some path. So that path is called it as the distance. Then what is meant by distance? The total path length covered by the object The total path length covered by the object is known as distance. The total path length covered by an object. Is known as distance. Imagine. Now I am going to take one example here. Imagine a car moves from the point A towards from the point B. In a first 10 seconds, it covers 10 meter distance. In a next 10 seconds, it covers a 20 meter distance. And in a last 10 seconds, it may cover 5 meter distance. Okay, the total distance covered by the car is nothing but sum of all these distances. The total path length covered by the car from the point A towards from the point B is nothing but sum of all these distances, that is 10 meter, 20 meter, 5 meter, that is 10 plus 20, 30, 30 plus 5 is equal to 35. 35 meter is the total distance covered by the car. You have to remember what is motion and what is distance. Next we are going to move to the displacement. Then what is the displacement? Displacement, it is nothing but the shortest path length covered by the object. The shortest distance covered by the object is known as displacement. Write down. The shortest distance or a path, the shortest distance or a path covered by the object, is known as displacement. See, what is the difference between distance and a displacement? When you are going to calculate the distance of the object covered by any subject or any object, when you are going to calculate the distance covered by any object, you are not going to consider the direction. For example, what is the distance covered by your bus from your home to the school? It is nothing but about 10 kilometers. You are not considering any directions here. But when you are going to calculate the displacement, you should remember, you have to consider the direction, because it is the shortest distance covered by the object. How we are going to calculate what is the displacement? See, I am giving one example here. A car moves from a point A towards from a point B, and it takes a right turn and runs about 10 kilometer to the point C. So here, if imagine a car moves about 5 kilometer from the point A towards from the point B, and after that it takes a right turn and it moves about to the point C about 10 kilometer. Then what is the distance here? The distance is nothing but the sum of the path length covered by the car, that is 5 kilometer plus 10 kilometer, 15 kilometer is the distance here. But what is the displacement? That is the shortest distance covered by the object, that is known as the displacement. This one is the AC is the displacement. You have to remember what is the distance and what is the displacement. So in the distance we are not going to consider any directions, but when you are going to calculate the displacement, you should remember that you are going to consider the directions. Okay, again I am considering here one example. A car moves from the point A towards from the point B about 10 kilometer. Again it turns back and moves about 5 kilometer towards point C. Then what is the distance covered by the object and what is the displacement covered by the object? Then we are going to calculate. See, the total distance covered by the car is first is a 10 kilometer and back 5 kilometer, that is 15 kilometer is the distance covered by the object. But displacement covered by the object is the shortest distance. Shortest distance is nothing but the distance between starting point and ending point. The shortest distance between starting point of the object and ending point of the object. The distance between starting point and the ending point, it is nothing but 5 kilometer. This is the displacement. Displacement traveled by the car is 5 kilometer. You should remember. So based on the distance and the displacement, now we are going to calculate some problems on this. First problem. First example, a car travels along a straight road a straight road 100-meter east and then 50-meter west. 50-meter west. Find the distance and displacement. Find the distance and displacement of the car. Displacement of the car. Solution. Once again, you have to read the given question properly. A car travels along a straight road 100-meter east and then 50-meter west. Find the distance and the displacement of the car. So when you are going to consider these type of problems, you should remember you are perfectly in the directions. So when you are going to take in your book or in your board, the upper direction is nothing but towards north, and the right side, that is east, left side west, and the downwards is south. When you are going to consider in the maps or in the book or on the board, the upper direction, it is about towards the north, and the right side about towards the east, left side west, and downwards is south. So given here, a car travels along a straight road 100-meter east. I am considering the car is here, at the point A. It travels 100-meter towards east. 100-meter towards east. Imagine that this is 100-meter towards east. And then 50-meter west. When you are coming, the car moves along the direction of east 100-meter, and then it moves along the west direction about 50-meter backwards. It moves along backward about 50 meters. What they asked? What is the displacement and the distance of the car? First one, distance travelled by the car. Distance travelled by the car. Travelled by the car is equal to the total distance travelled by the car is equal to sum of the distances. Sum of the distances here, first it travels along the east 100-meter, and it along the direction of west it travels 50-meter. Add those two distance covered by the car, that is 100 plus 50, that is equal to 150 meter. That is the distance covered by the car. Then what about the displacement? Displacement of the car. Displacement of the car is equal to the shortest distance is nothing but AC here. The shortest distance covered by the car is nothing but AC. So AC is equal to AB minus BC. That gives AC. That is the shortest distance covered by the car. That is AB minus BC. That is equal to AB. The distance AB is 100 meter. And the distance of BC, that is 50 meter. Therefore, displacement of the car AC is equal to 100 minus 50, 50 meter. 50 meter is the displacement of the car. Is it clear? I hope it is clear. So you are going to understand you should understand the question first clearly, what they are going to ask, in what direction they are going to give. Next problem. See the next problem. A person walks 4 meters east. A person walks 4 meters east and then walk 3 meters north and then walk 3 meters north and then walk 3 meters north. Determine the total distance. Determine the total distance and displacement. Displacement covered by the man. Covered by the man. See, listen. You have to read once again given problem once again clearly. A person walks 4 meters east and then walk 3 meters north. Determine the total distance and displacement covered by the man. So again it is on the basis of the direction. You should remember the directions, that is north, east, west and south. See, solution. To easily calculate or to easily compute these types of problems, always you should draw the imaginary diagram traveled by the person or object. That will be helps to calculate the given question, or that will be very easy to calculate the answer. So listen here. You have to draw the imaginary diagram. A person walks 4 meters east. You have to consider any point, any starting point. A person walks 4 meters east. I am considering a person is here at the point A. A person walks 4 meters east, that is towards east direction. 4 meters east, that is 4 meters east. Then walk 3 meters north. 3 meters north. North means upper direction, from this point towards north. That is, I am considering the point C. How much distance he will cover? 3 meters. 3 meters. So what we are going to calculate here? The total distance covered by the man and also the displacement. See, listen here. A person moves from the point A towards point B and changes his direction towards north and moves along 3 meters towards C. What is the total distance here? The total distance covered by the man, distance is equal to sum of the distances, that is 4 meters plus 3 meters. 4 meters plus 3 meters, that is equal to 7 meters. Then what is the displacement here? Displacement of the man. Displacement is nothing but the shortest distance covered by the person, that is AC. AC is equal to what? See, listen here. See the diagram. It's just a right angle triangle. So we need to we have to calculate the shortest distance, that is displacement covered by the man, on the basis of the mathematical formula, that is a Pythagorean relation. From the right angle triangle, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. From from Pythagorean theorem, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, because the person moves in the form of a right angled triangle. So to get the displacement here, we are going to use the Pythagorean relation. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So continue here. Substitute the values. AC square is equal to, what is the value of AB here? AB is 4 meter, that is 4 square, plus what is the value of BC? BC is nothing but 3 meter, that is 3 square. AC square is equal to 4 square, that is 16, plus 3 square 9, that is AC square is equal to 25, and AC is equal to square root of 25. AC is equal to 5 meter. This is the shortest distance covered by the man. So in these type of problems, we have to draw the imaginary diagram according to the given data, and we are going to use mathematical formulas. We get the displacement. You have to remember, when they are going to ask the displacement, they give in the manner of some mathematical diagrams. It may be a parallelogram, it may be a triangle, or it may be a circle. So we have to remember the formulas of that: area of the circle, area of the circumference, or circumference of the circle, area of the triangle, area of the parallelogram, area of the square. When they are going to ask the displacement in these type of problems, they may give in the type of the any mathematical diagram. So we should remember that formulas. On the basis of the formulas, we can get easily the displacement traveled by the given object or person. So next we are going to move another, we are going to take another one problem on the basis of displacement here. Another one problem. Consider another one problem. A runner travels around a rectangle track. A runner travels along a rectangle track with the length 50 meter and width 20 meter. After travels around a rectangle, along rectangle 2 times, runner back to straight point, start point, back to start point, starting point. Determine distance and displacement. Determine distance and displacement covered by the person. Solution. Once again, you read the given problem very clearly. A runner travels along a rectangle track with a length 50 meter. A runner travels along a rectangle track A, B, C, D. A runner travels along a rectangle track with a 50 meter length. That is, I am considering here, this is the length 50 meter and a width 20 meter. By the properties of the rectangle, this AB is equal to DC, that is 50 meter, and BC is equal to AD, that is 20 meter. See, a runner travels along a rectangle track with a 50 meter and width 20 meter. After travels along rectangle 2 times, he starts his walking from the point A, covers 1 round and 2 round. Back to the starting point. Determine the distance and the displacement covered by the person. So, calculate here. The distance covered by the person. Distance is equal to sum of the all distances, and he travels 2 times. Therefore, 2 into sum of the all distances. And also, we are going to calculate the circumference of the rectangle. Circumference of a rectangle into 2 gives the total distance travelled by the person. That is, distance equal to 2 into, why it is 2? Because he travelled 2 times around the rectangle track. So, distance is equal to 2 into circumference of rectangle ABCD. And first we are going to calculate the circumference of the rectangle. Circumference of the rectangle ABCD. ABCD is equal to 2 into length plus 2 into width, that is equal to 2 into the given length is 50 meter plus 2 into width is 20 meter, that is equal to 2 into 50 100 plus 2 into 20 40, that is equal to 140 meter. This is the circumference of the rectangle. Circumference, 1 round of the rectangle, that is 140 meter. But the person travels 2 times the rectangle. Therefore, the total distance covered by the person, distance is equal to 2 into circumference of ABCD, rectangle ABCD, that is equal to 2 into 140, that is equal to 280 meter. This is the total distance travelled by the person around the rectangular track. So, what is the displacement? Displacement here. Once again, remember the displacement definition. The displacement, it is nothing but the shortest distance covered by the person, that is the distance between starting point and ending point. See, listen here, the person starts his traveling from the point A and completes 1 round at the point A only, and again starts his second second round traveling and completes his traveling at the point A only. So the shortest distance covered by the person is nothing but he is at the point A only. The starting point and ending point are at the point A only. So therefore the displacement of the person is equal to 0. So this type of problems may ask for in your examination for 2 marks or 3 marks questions. You should concentrate on these type of problems. You may get good marks. Okay, now I am considering another one example on this basis. Under one example. A runner travels around a circular track of radius 70 meter. After travels around a circular track two and a half times. He comes to rest. Determine the distance and displacement. Determine the distance and displacement covered by the person. Solution. Once again, we have to read the problem very clearly. A runner travels around a circular track of radius 70 meter. After travels around a circular track 2.5 times, he comes to rest. Determine the distance and the displacement covered by the person. So a person travels around a circular track of radius 70 meter. A person travels around a circular track of radius 70 meter. He starts his traveling from the point A and he completes 2.5 times. So remember this, see here, this is 1 time, second time and 2.5, that is third time. He ends his traveling here at the point B. So what they are going to ask? They ask total distance traveled by the person and the displacement covered by the person. So total distance covered by the person, distance is equal to 2.5 into circumference of a circle. Circumference of a circular track circumference of a circular track. But now we are going to calculate here circumference of a circular track. That is, circumference is nothing but this path. Circumference is equal to, you have to remember the circumference of a circle, that is equal to 2 pi r. Here the radius of the circular track is given, that is 70 meter, that is r is equal to 70 meter here. Therefore circumference is equal to 2 into 22 divided by 7, that is the value of pi, into 70 meter. 7 ones are 7 tens are, that is equal to 22 into 2 44, 44 tens are 440. 440 meter is the circumference of the circular track. 440 meter is the circumference of a circle. This is one times, but they are going to ask the total distance covered by the person. He covers this circular track 2.5 times. Therefore, the distance is equal to, distance covered by the person is equal to 2.5. It is nothing but 2.5 into 440 meter. That is equal to, what we get? The answer is about 1100 meter. It is the total distance covered by the person. Then what about the displacement? Remember here, he covers 2.5 times the circular track. Again he comes to rest at the point of B. So the distance from A to B, it is nothing but the half circle, the circumference of the half circle, that is displacement is equal to, displacement covered by the person is equal to half into circumference of a circle. Half circular path. So that is equal to 1 divided by 2 into, that is the circumference is 440 meter. That is equal to 2 ones are 2 220s are, that is equal to 220 meter. That is the displacement covered by the person. So these type of problems may ask in your examination for 2 or 3 marks questions. In the next session, we are going to discuss some more point about the motion. Thank you.